So guys, the brand new 2026 BYD Hen EV is finally starting to get attention online. And honestly, this might be one of the most interesting electric SUVs BYD has worked on so far. If you've been following BYD over the last few years, you already know they've been moving incredibly fast, dropping new EVs and hybrids almost every few months. But this new Hen EV feels a little different. It looks more premium, more rugged, and definitely more futuristic compared to some of their earlier models. And the first thing that really grabs your attention is the design. BYD clearly wanted this SUV to have a stronger road presence. The front end looks much sharper now, with slimmer LED headlights, a wider grille design, and a much more aggressive stance overall. It almost gives off the vibe of a luxury off-road SUV, especially with the squared body lines and muscular wheel arches. From the side, the proportions look cleaner and more modern, while the rear gets a full-width LED light bar that honestly makes the vehicle look expensive at night. What I really like is that BYD didn't go overboard with crazy futuristic styling. Some EV companies try too hard to make their cars look like spaceships, but the Hen EV still feels practical and realistic while looking modern at the same time. It's one of those SUVs that could look good both in the city and on rough mountain roads. Now, one of the biggest talking points is the powertrain. Reports suggest that BYD is preparing both a fully electric setup and a hybrid version for some markets, which honestly makes a lot of sense. Not everybody is ready to go full EV yet, especially in places where charging infrastructure is still developing, so having a hybrid option could make this SUV much more appealing globally. The hybrid system is expected to combine a turbocharged petrol engine with BYD's latest electric motor technology. And if BYD uses the same smooth hybrid system we've already seen in some of their newer models, this thing could end up delivering really strong fuel economy while still feeling quick and responsive on the road. That's the interesting part about modern hybrids now. They don't feel slow anymore. In fact, many of them actually feel faster because electric torque kicks in instantly. For the full EV version, early rumors suggest we could see a much larger battery pack with improved driving range. BYD has been improving battery efficiency like crazy recently, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Hen EV pushes well beyond what older BYD SUVs could achieve. And honestly, range anxiety is becoming less of an issue every year anyway. But what makes this SUV even more exciting is the off-road potential. BYD seems to be giving the Hen EV a more adventure-focused personality. The higher ground clearance, chunky tires, protective body cladding, and tougher suspension setup all suggest that this vehicle won't just be another soft city crossover. Now obviously, it's probably not trying to compete directly with hardcore rock crawlers, but for camping trips, dirt roads, desert driving, or weekend adventures, it could actually be surprisingly capable. Some rumors even suggest intelligent all-wheel drive features and multiple terrain modes that automatically adjust the vehicle depending on the surface you're driving on. If that turns out to be true, this SUV could become very popular with younger buyers who want something practical but also adventurous. And honestly, that's where BYD has been getting smarter lately. They're no longer building EVs that only focus on efficiency. They're starting to understand lifestyle appeal. People want vehicles that feel exciting, modern, and versatile, not just environmentally friendly. Inside the cabin is where we could see one of the biggest improvements. BYD interiors used to be decent, but sometimes they felt a little too simple or overly focused on screens. The new Hen EV looks like it's moving toward a more premium direction. Expect softer materials, cleaner dashboard layouts, better ambient lighting, and a much more upscale overall feel. The large rotating infotainment screen is likely coming back because BYD loves that feature, and honestly, a lot of people actually enjoy it. We'll probably also get a fully digital instrument cluster, wireless charging, panoramic sunroof, ventilated seats, and improved voice controls. And one thing BYD has really improved recently is seat comfort. Earlier models were okay, but newer BYD vehicles are becoming genuinely comfortable for long-distance driving. That's important because family SUV buyers care about comfort just as much as technology. Space also looks impressive. From the leaked images and early previews, the Hen EV appears larger and more spacious than previous compact BYD SUVs. Rear passengers should get more legroom, while the cargo area also seems much more practical for road trips and everyday use. Now let's talk about pricing, because that's where BYD usually becomes extremely competitive. One reason BYD has been growing so fast globally is because they often offer features you normally see in expensive brands but at a much lower price. And if they price the Hen EV aggressively, this SUV could seriously shake up the market. Depending on the trim and battery version, many people expect it to sit somewhere between affordable mainstream SUVs and premium electric crossovers. That means buyers could potentially get advanced technology, hybrid efficiency, off-road styling, and a premium interior without paying luxury brand money. That's honestly BYD's biggest advantage right now. They know how to pack value into their vehicles. Compared to older BYD SUVs, the Hen EV feels like a major leap forward. Earlier BYD models focused heavily on practicality and affordability, but this new generation feels more emotional and design-focused. It's clear BYD wants to compete with much bigger global brands now, not just budget manufacturers. And the crazy thing is, they're actually getting closer. A few years ago, many people outside China didn't even take BYD seriously. Now they're becoming one of the biggest names in the EV world, competing with companies that have been around for decades. The 2026 Hen EV could end up being one of the vehicles that helps push BYD even further into international markets. It has the styling people want, the technology buyers expect, and the kind of adventurous SUV image that's extremely popular right now.
Honestly, if BYD nails the pricing, reliability, and driving experience, this thing could end up being a huge success. And personally, I think the most exciting part is seeing how quickly the EV market is evolving. SUVs like the Hen EV show that electric vehicles are no longer just about saving fuel. They're becoming stylish, capable, luxurious, and genuinely exciting to own. So yeah, the 2026 BYD Hen EV is definitely one to watch. It looks bold, modern, practical, and surprisingly premium from what we know so far. Whether you're into EVs, hybrids, or just futuristic SUVs in general, this could be one of the most interesting upcoming releases from BYD. And honestly, I can't wait to see the official reveal and real-world driving tests, because this SUV has the potential to surprise a lot of people. So what do you guys think about the new BYD Hen EV? Would you actually choose this over more established SUV brands? Or are you still waiting to see how BYD performs long-term? Let me know your thoughts.